Another person mentioned phone usage. That reminded me of a situation I went through a few years ago. I was in an exclusive relationship with someone who was constantly on her phone. She would wake up and check it, then check it before sleeping. She took it everywhere. If she forgot to take it when she went out, she would run back in and grab it. She was very protective of her phone. I would sometimes ask her to send me a picture. She would hold her screen so I couldn't see it, asking me to describe the picture. When I walked past her, she would quickly close whatever app was open. She was outgoing and there were a lot of guys from work who constantly sent her text messages. I would ask her to have some boundaries between work and our time together. Not that I cared if she had male friends, but I would appreciate if she could spend time with me while we were together, rather than being on her phone. She couldn't seem to do it. She finally mentioned that she had long conversations on Facebook Messenger with a few different guys from work. I assumed they were discussing work. She finally confessed that these guys were flirting with her, not the other way around. So I let her know I didn't like it. She said they made her uncomfortable. But she went along with it because she was afraid of confronting them. I offered to speak with them and ask them to stop. She promptly deleted them from Facebook Messenger. All was great for a while. But I found she had added them to Instagram and had just continued the conversation over there. The next time I was out of town, I would send her a good morning message when I woke up. On WhatsApp, you can see if the other person read your message. She often didn't open my messages or reply for hours, which I had started to get used to, even though I didn't like it. One day, I looked at my Instagram messages and noticed that she was active at the moment. So I hit her up on Instagram Messenger. She hit me up on WhatsApp immediately. She was a big Instagram user, but even when her status was active on Instagram, I noticed but she hadn't posted anything in weeks. I could see that she was sometimes on Instagram at 6 a.m., at different times during the day, and the last thing before going to bed. I'd send her a WhatsApp message to say goodnight, after seeing she was on Instagram. So I knew she was on her phone. She wouldn't answer, but she would be on Instagram another hour before signing off. After returning to town, I confronted her. Did you know I can see when you're active on Instagram? I'm not chatting with anybody. I hadn't asked if she was chatting with someone. If she had answered that she was just browsing pictures, I'd have believed her. But she automatically denied chatting with anybody. So who are you chatting with? Those guys from work. I thought you said you didn't like them flirting with you. Why are you so insecure? I knew I had struck a nerve. Okay, you have to decide. Do you want to keep chatting with all these guys from work, or do you want to have an exclusive relationship with me? I really don't like ultimatums, but I was actually hoping she told me she'd rather have a big group of male friends. She chose her male friends. I'm sure that she, her mother, and the male friends, who were waiting for her to be single again to make their move, all confirmed her suspicion that I am just an insecure, abusive jerk. I don't make it a habit to check up on an ex, especially if they spiral out of control. But she went through a series of flings over the next few years. Some with one of her male text buddies. It confirmed to me that the guys who hang around a pretty girl who has a boyfriend are just waiting for their chance to make a move. So I would never get involved with a girl who is constantly on her phone, who has a bunch of male friends, and who accuses me of being insecure if I confront her about red flags. Edit. I realize that this does not answer the question. I was springboarding off of some other answers I read when I wrote it. But now it's got some upvotes, so I guess the spirit of the answer didn't miss the mark. Thanks for reading.